Hello, everyone. In this class, we will talking about how to do suggestions and give advice in English. And today we will, my partner, Juan Esteban Prieto, and me, Cintia Moreno. We will answer just questions about the topic that we were talking about, and we need your actively participation, right? Because we will do oral composition with all the topic that we have. So, can you see my screen, the presentation?
Yes, we can see it.
Right. So, I have a question for you, for all of you. How do you suggest or give an advice? What words do you usually use? For example, if someone asks you for a direction or for a food or for see a movie, and how do you suggest something? How do you ask or give an advice? Jorge?
According to that, I can say that we can use the modal verbs like show, call, yeah, to get a suggestion or recommendation about something or use about a possibility.
That's right. And Andres Mateo, how do you give us suggestions with what another think about modal verbs? Anyone?
I don't think.
Okay. Cristian Camilo or Lisette Fernanda.
Well, when I want to give an advice or when I'm trying to give advice to people, I often use words like should or I recommend or would better, for example, but most commonly should.
Right, that's right. Diana Mercedes says at the chat, I advise you to attend the class. Yes, that it's a good it's a good phrase to give an advice. Well, now I will present you a little conversation, and I need four of you or two. I don't have problem. Who can help me with the first two lines? Reading the first two lines. Carolina, Jorge, Andrés.
Okay, I can give it a try if you want to.
Yeah, come on, Christian. Go.
Say, what do you want to do this Saturday? How about going to the cinema?
That's right. The second line,
Me or someone else?
if you want to,
Okay.
or well, you read this one, and Diana can help us with the next one.
The second, yes.
right? You can do it.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. I don't really feel like watching a movie. Be okay, no problem. What about going teaching instead?
Uh, Good job. The next one. Who can help me? Go on, Jose Luis. Jorge Luis.
Katie said, that sounds great. I love hiking. Perfect. But maybe we should leave early in the morning.
Right. And the last one.
Go, Idia. Let's meet at 8 a.m. Excellent. I in.
That's great. So, like we could see at this conversation, we have a lot of structures that we can use for give an advice or a suggestion. So we explained that suggestions and possibilities, and in another hand, we have a give an advice on invite. So for give a suggestion, we can use a could plus a verb. We can use why don't. We can use how about or what about. We can use to why not or maybe we could. These sentences or this structure, we can use them in whatever suggestion we want to give to someone. Why? A suggestion is a possibility. It's like a giving a menu to someone with options that the other person can say yes or not. It's more optional, is softer, is optional. We don't give suggestions with imperative things or in an imperative way. For that, we use that structures. Could, why don't, how about. It's more softer to the other person. And for give an advice or invite, we use should with a verb. We use perhaps, we should. It would be a good idea. We use to are the second conditional. That is, if I were you, I would do the next thing. Why? Give an advice or invite, it's more stronger, it's more direct. We are pointing to the best option to the menu. We don't give options. We just pointing out that or this is the best uh, all over the other things. So it's more direct, it's stronger, and for that, I have these phrases here or here sentences here. So, who can help me with the subjections and possibilities? Who can read me that? You can raise your hand or wherever you want. Right, Christian Camilo, go on.
We could go to the cinema. Why don't we visit the museum? How or what about going to the beach? Why not invite more friends? Perhaps we should wait until tomorrow.
That's right. If you can see, it's more polite. It's like an option. We can say yes or we can say no. So for that is as suggestions and possibilities. And now with the give advice and invite, who can help me?
Me, okay, this said,
Right.
we should call the restaurant first. Let's meet at 9 a.m. It will be a good idea to start early. If I were you, I will take a break. And what do you want to do?
That's right. No. Um, give me one sentence with we could give me a suggestion about something to do on a weekend. Um, who wants? Who wants to suggest me something? No one?
For example, with could, we could say
Yeah.
we could say we could go to a restaurant tonight instead of cooking our own meal.
That's right. That's a right option. And we, why not? An example with why not? If you want to, Christian or
Okay,
Jorge.
why not staying at home instead of going out with our friends?
That's a great option, right? Jorge, do you want to talk? But you can tell me something with or how about or what about?
Okay, okay, maybe we can say something like, what about going to visit your parents, and eat lunch with them? Yeah, it
Okay,
works.
okay.
I don't know.
Tell me. Right. And someone who give me an advice. With it will be Carolina, Diana. Come on, guys.
For example, if mm, if were you, I will be more careful.
Can you repeat it? I didn't listen.
Okay, so if you if I were you, I will be more careful.
Right, that is a great phrase. Well, and next, we can or how we can answer. We can accept the suggestion or the advice, and we can gently reject. So, the things or the phrase that we use for accept a suggestion or an advice is that sounds great, good idea, I'd love to, I really like that idea, that works for me, sure, why not, I'm in, or I couldn't agree more. Now, for gently reject, someone could help me to read it, please? Jorge or Carolina or Andres.
I want to participate.
Okay, you can read it. The gently reject.
Accept. That sounds great. Go, idea. I love you too. I really like that idea. That works for me. Sure, why not? I am. I can't agree more.
Right. That's all the words or the sentences that we use for accept. And now who can help me with the gently reject?
Me, gently reject.
Go on.
Okay, I'm not sure about that. Maybe another time. I don't really feel like it. Rather not. It doesn't sound very interesting to me. I prefer something else. Sorry, I can't.
Great. So that are the different sentences that we can use for accept or gently rejects an advice or a suggestion. Um, for example, the phrase that said Christian about how about stay at home instead of go out with friends. I think that that was the phrase. And I would say that sounds great. I really like that idea. Um, or maybe I would say it does sound very interesting for me. I would like to go out with my friends. So these are some options about how you can answer. And now I will give you um, a link with a little questions about the first conversations, and we will answer this. I will give you the link at the chat. Give me a minute and we can all participate. Right. Give me a minute. Okay. That is the link. I will share my my screen too. You can tell me if oh, okay. You have to in first. Right. Thank you, Christian. Oh, I will share my screen. You can see the game.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can see
Right.
it.
So you can tell me and answer in the game, right? So how about going to the cinema? What is that? Is an advice, a suggestion, or accept? Okay, you answer or not?
Advice.
Cynthia, I don't know why, but the answers didn't appear on my screen. I don't know why. Only the question.
Hmm. You can see all like that, or
Ya tomó un pantallazo.
let me see. Oh, it's a yeah. I know why is that? Give me a minute that this charge and mm, can you in now? No, I have to send the the link again. Sorry about that. Could you please in this link again, please? I sent another link. Now you can do it.
It says that we are waiting for you to start the game.
We just have, I just have two participates. Okay, I will start, or I wait for the others. You tell me. Okay, I will start with the two people. Here is now you can do it with that's right. That is a suggestion. The second, what is that? Maybe we should leave early in the morning. Oh, someone answered that. All right. So the next one. This is, what do you want to do this Saturday? It is a final question. It's something that we can say at the end of the course, at the end of a conversation, or at the beginning. Oh, that's right. It's an initial question, not a final question. Well, the next one. The expression, I'm not sure about that. What is? It's accept, it's advice, It's suggestion. It's reject. Oh, okay, okay. No problem. It's a reject. And the last one. The last one. What is? That sounds great. Advice, accept, a suggestion. Great. That's right. You did a great job. So, um, here are the answers, and it's okay. That was cool. Thank you so much for participating on this. Now, you can see the presentation, or
No.
no?
No, we cannot see it.
Okay, I now you can see the presentation.
Yes, we can see it now.
All right, so um, from this moment, my partner will continue with the presentation.
Okay. Can you guys hear me there? Like, good, or it sounds like far, or it sounds
Yes,
great? Sounds good? Okay. Okay.
That is good.
Okay. So now we're going to talk about the benefits of knowing how to give suggestions and advice. If there is someone who can read what's on screen, I would appreciate it. I don't know if Jorge or Andres, Christian, Diana wants to read it. What's on the screen?
Okay, benefits of knowing how to give suggestions and advice. Improves interpersonal communication. Develops confidence in public speaking in English. Strengthens empathy and courtesy. Prepares for real life situations.
Okay, that's right. So, as Christian said, the benefits of knowing how to give suggestions and advice. One of the benefits is that improves interpersonal communication. So, knowing how to give suggestions and advice in English um, makes that conversations are like more clearer and more effective. So it's just not about speaking, but at the same time, it's more also about like expressing ideas in a way that um, the other person understands and appreciates. Like, for example, um, in a group project saying, for example, why don't we divide this task and finish to finish faster. So for example, this improves like more organization and avoid misunderstandings when they are working in the group project. Um, the next one is that it strengthens empathy and courtesy. So when suggestions or advice are given appropriately, um, you not only like convey information but also show concern for the well-being of others. Like for example, using gentle expression such as maybe you could, or it might be a good idea too. It reflects respect for the other person. An example is that instead of saying don't be late again, you can say it will be better if you try to arrive a little earlier next time. So it gives more positive relationships by preventing advice and from sounding like orders. Um, Another benefit of knowing how to give suggestions and advice is that it develops confidence in public speaking in English. So when we are giving suggestions and prompts, all of this involves practicing useful and common language structures. Um, so when we are repeating these expressions in different contexts, normally students can gain fluency, confidence, and maybe mastery of oral discourse when they're talking. So, for example, and when a student says you should practice pronunciation every day to a classmate in a class, um, maybe gains confidence in later expressing ideas in a longer of more I would say formal speech. And the last one is that it prepares for real life situations, such as, for example, interviews, debates, or presentations. So, in the academic and professional life, we are constantly required to give and receive advice and or warnings. So, for example, in a job interview, the interviewer maybe may ask, what would you suggest to improve teamwork? Or, yes, what would you suggest to improve teamwork? Like knowing how to formulate suggestions. I think it's very vital for this. Or in the debates, like, for example, expressions like, I would suggest considering another perspective can be used to for the discussion to be more better and to yeah enrich the discussions. And for another real life situation is presentation. So um, when we give an advice or our recommendations to maybe some of our classmates or an audience, for example, don't forget to check the instructions before the experiment. We can use phrases like this or like that, or sentences like that to to improve and to give more to have like a more of a structural suggestion and advice. We can continue to the next slide, Cynthia.
It is slowly.
Okay, right. Now we're going to talk about of the context that we can use the suggestions or advice. For example, um, does anyone want to help me to read what's on screen? Maybe Andres Jorge Luis, I don't know if you guys want to talk about what's on screen or to read what's on screen.
Okay, I can help you with that. There is a contest in which they are used daily life, health, treats, routines. We have friendships like suggestions for making personal decisions. For school, like tips or advice for studying, doing homework, or improving participation. For work, like safety warnings, recommendations for a project.
Okay, thank you, Jorge. So in daily life, like in everyday situations, we often use a lot of suggestions and advice to improve maybe habits, solve problems, or make life easier. Um, there's an example here. There's an example here. Sorry, which is health. We can use like a phrase like, "You should drink more water if you want to be more healthier." We also have trips or travel. You can use like phrases like, "You should take a map with you," or "You should take with you an umbrella because in the city where you are going to be, it rains a lot." We can also talk about routines, like you could try waking up earlier to have more free time. Um, Now with schools, um, like for example, we give tips or advices for studying, doing homework, for improving participation. So when studying, we can use phrases like, "You should review your notes before the exam," um, or in the homework, you could ask the teacher if you don't understand the task. And participation, maybe you should try answering one question in class or something like that. We can use a lot of different contexts. Actually, there are more contexts, but these ones are like more relevant, I would say. Um, Also friendships, which is more like a personal decisions, and to give more personal decisions and more support. So when we are when we are with our friends, the suggestions and advices are usually about making good choices or offering emotional support. For example, a personal decision can be like, you should save money before buying this phone or before buying this car. Um, it also can give like an emotional support. Like for example, maybe you should talk to someone about your problem, or maybe you can trust in me, and we can solve the problem. Um, we also can use it in work by giving safety warnings or recommendations for a project. We can go to the next slide, Cynthia. I would appreciate it.
I changed the slide.
Sorry? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we can see it now. Okay, now we move on. Done. We're going to talk about some of the common mistakes when we are talking about suggestions or advices. The first one is misusing should or must, like confusing suggestion with obligation. So we have this should and must. These are the definition of each one. I want somebody to help me to read what's on the screen, what says about should and what does it says about must. Maybe Diana, Andres, Carolina. or if anyone else wants to do it, we don't have a problem with that.
It's about reading what it says in the image or making an example.
What it says on the image.
Okay, so common mistakes. Number one, misusing should or must, confusing suggestion with obligation. Should expresses a suggestion or recommendation. Must expresses a strong obligation or necessity. Maybe someone else want to read number two.
Sorry, what?
Maybe someone else wants to read number two.
Okay, yes, if someone else wants to do it.
Jorge, can you help us with that?
Don't be shy, guys.
Me on number two,
Yes, please go ahead.
giving, okay, giving suggestions without courtesy, sounding too direct. Use offer more polite expressions such as "we don't you try," "maybe you could," "it might be a good idea too."
Okay, thank you, Diana. Okay, so first, some of the common mistakes that we usually tend to do when we're talking about suggestion is first misusing should or must, confusing suggestion with obligation. Like sometimes students believe that should and must mean the same thing, but the reality is that that's not correct. Should expresses a suggestion or recommendation, and must expresses a strong obligation or necessity. For example, you should drink more water. Like it's good to do that, but it's not like an order. And an example of must is you must wear a helmet. It's more like a rule or an obligation, right? So it expresses a strong obligation or necessity. Um, the next one is giving suggestions without courtesy, right? So some of the common mistake also is that um, students use overly blunt or imperative phrases such as do this and don't do that, which can sound a little bit aggressive if we think it. Um, so the solution here is like using more softer, more polite expressions like our how Diana said, why don't you try? Maybe you could. It might be a good idea too. So, for example, when we're very direct, like we said, like don't eat junk food because it's bad for your health. But a more polite example would be, or a more polite um, structure for the suggestion phrase would be maybe you should try eating healthier food. So this actually improves communication because the suggestion sounds more friendly and respectful. Okay. We can go to the next slide. I think okay, yeah. So the next slide is about, okay, we're going to do an activity about what we just learned, which was some of the benefits of suggestion and advices, some of the context that we used. So um, I don't know if okay, if Cynthia can put the link on the chat, and then I will start it.
Yes, give me a minute.
Okay. So Cynthia will share the link, then you can enter to the link.
Um, sorry, it's charging
Okay.
the page. I don't know if you, Juan Esteban, can send them the link. Here I have
Okay, I'm
a
gonna
little
try.
problem with the internet
Okay, I'm
and
gonna
don't
try
charge.
then.
Thank you so much for your comment, Christian. It's really great for us to read that. And I don't know why don't charge the link.
I'll try to copy the link. It's just that okay.
I sent the link already at the chat. I could. I will share the screen with the game. When one of two or three of you in, I will start. That's right. So someone else will in or start. Well, all of you could in the link. Right. So I will start. Juan Esteban.
Cynthia.
You
Um,
can see the screen with the game.
yes, we can see it. I just think maybe if you can share like okay, so we can see like the questions and maybe it would be more easier for the students to answer in. the questions here.
There is.
Or if anyone can't enter the link, you can guys like um share with us the answers here in the chat, and we will be reading that too.
Right. So
Okay.
two were wrong. Just one did the right question. I will do the next, right?
Yes.
I will read. Your friend has an exam tomorrow, but doesn't know how to study. What's the best suggestion? Right. So two of you answered right, and one no. Don't worry, we are learning here.
That's right. Okay, I think I would read. The next one is, your friend is sad about a problem. What's the kindest advice? So you should talk to someone you trust, or you must stop feeling sad, or just forget it. What do you guys think? It's the correct answer.
Great. You should talk. You should talk to someone you trust.
Okay, we can continue to the next one. So, your friend feels very tired every day. What's the best suggestion? You should go to bed earlier. You must stop studying, or you could ignore your homework. That's right. You should go to the bed earlier. You're planning a trip and the weather forecast says it will rain. What should you say? First answer is you must buy a car. The second answer is you should pack a raincoat. Or the third one, you could forget about the weather. So you should pack a raincoat. That's right. Completely correct. The next one. What is one of the benefits of knowing how to make suggestions and advices? One of the benefits is to prepare for real life situations, or because it helps your skin. Yes, that's right. And the last one, I think this is the last one. What is a common mistake when talking about suggestions? Misusing should or must. There is no common mistake. It is strengthening empathy. What do you guys think? That's right. It seems that all of you had answered correctly. So, congratulations. Remember that we're learning, so don't be upset if you fail some of the of the answers of the questions. Sorry.
So we have um I don't know if you can see the presentation. Yes.
No, we can't see it.
No? Oh. Mm. Well, I will share a video and we will listen very carefully about what are they saying, and we will identify some some phrases or sentences that I I will share my screen and you tell me if you can see it and hear it. You can see the screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Right. I need to share the
Here we are again.
Yes, you can hear?
Yes, we can hear it perfectly.
Yes.
Okay.
Tip
Yes. The
of
sound is
trading,
perfect.
where Anna's interview for a sales job has been
Sorry? Okay, I will.
suddenly interrupted. Office assistant Denise has entered the room, looking very worried. What's wrong? And will Anna have any suggestions that might help?
I don't know what to do.
So what's the matter, Denise?
You know the PowerPoint presentation?
The one we've been preparing for the last 2 months?
Yes,
The one that's very, very important and that we need this afternoon?
that one.
Aha.
We've lost everything.
No!
I had it on a USB stick to transfer it, but the stick has vanished.
Right, Anna. Now is your chance to help them find solutions to the problem. You'll need phrases like, can I make a suggestion? Why don't you? Have you tried? Maybe we could. How about, I have an idea.
But don't you have it saved on your computer?
No, it was taking up a lot of space, so I deleted it.
So you have lost the only copy we have?
Yes.
What idiots. I've never seen such a disorganized office. Go on, you'd better help them, Anna.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yes, please do.
Why don't you try looking in your recycle bin? It might still be there.
I did. It isn't.
Have you tried asking your colleagues if they've seen the memory stick?
I did. They haven't.
How about looking through your rubbish bin to see if you threw it away by mistake?
I don't do silly things like that.
All very sensible suggestions, Anna. Thank you.
Maybe I could do a big office search for you. I'm good at finding things.
There are confidential documents in this office. Non-staff are not allowed to see them.
Now, Denise, why don't you drink up that nice tea?
I have an idea. Did you ever email the presentation to anyone?
Golly gosh, you did, Denise. You emailed it to me to proofread. It'll be in my inbox somewhere. Good thinking, Anna.
I was just about to make that suggestion myself.
Problem solved. Thank you, Anna.
Pleasure.
Well done, Anna.
Right.
Right. So how do you think about the video? You could identify some suggestions, advices that Anna gives.
Yeah, the video was so interesting and it was according to the topic. Yes, I identified it some advices or suggestions that the girl gave to them that it was like, I have an idea, or why don't you try to look off on the beam, something like that. Then she said like maybe I could do a research. Yeah, that was the suggestions that I identified in the video, on the video.
Right. Christian said at the chat that they use might, maybe, and could, and that's right. So we just do a little final exercises, and I need that one, two, or three of you read these phrases that Hannah said. So who can help me or help us? Maybe Diana and this.
Okay, uh, comprehension. Can I make a suggestion? Yes, please do. Why don't you try looking in your recycle bin? I might still be there. Have you tried asking your colleagues if they be seen the memory stick? I did, they haven't.
Right. Thank you, Andres. So they say, can I make a suggestion? Yes, please do. Why don't you try looking in your recycle bin? It might still be there. Have you tried asking your colleagues if they've seen the memory stick? I did. They haven't. And these two who can help me to read it?
Okay, comprehension. How about looking through your rubbish bin to see if you threw it away by mistake? You don't do silly things like that. Did you ever reveal the presentation to anyone? Golly gosh, you did, Denise.
That's right. So these are the phrases and the topics, the sentences that they use at the video and that complete our class. So final, we have some questions for you. If you want to answer the three of them, or just one, we don't have problem. Um, so, partner Juan Esteban, if you can read it, the questions, and they can answer.
Okay, so we're on the final slide, I think, and this is more like suggestions and advices that you can guys tell us. Like, for example, this question from here says, was this activity beneficial? You can, if someone can answer that question.
Someone was beneficial. You learned something.
Yes, I consider this activity and class was beneficial for all of us because we learned about this topic that is about suggestions, and I consider it is important to talk about it because maybe it is not clear for everyone. And how you said it is useful to know how to use that kind of words or expressions in a real situation, yeah, in a real conversation to express ourselves in a better way. For that, it was beneficial.
Thank you, Jorge. We appreciate.
Thank you, Jorge.
Next is, what do you like most about this class? Out of that,
Me? Mm, this class was very beneficial, very interesting. Um, what I liked the most was explanation with simple examples and the interactive activities. Honestly, it was very good. Thank you.
thank you, Diana, for your answer. And final, what aspects would you change for our class? What suggestions, maybe an advice? Um, because I feel like this is like our very first class that we are teaching to someone else. So maybe as you could see, we were very like sometimes very nervous. So um, what aspects would you change? What suggestions and advices can you give us for making a better class?
Maybe Christian.
Okay, I think that even if we have too much experience or we don't, we are here learning. This is just a learning process. And the most significant part of this process is our motivation, our energy, and our will to do it. And I found this lesson, your lesson, to be really interesting, really significant. Believe me, this was a nice review for me. I also learned a couple of words, interesting sentences. By the way, you have an amazing English level. So I think all of you are in the right place. So please don't be so hard within yourselves because you have just done an amazing job.
Oh,
Thank you so much, Christian. That is a really important thing about this because, like, say, my partner, this is our first class. So, thank you, really. Thank you so much for the participation. And thank you so much. We see you in the next time.
Goodbye, thank you.
bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Thank you.
Bye, thank you. Good night.
Thanks. Good one too.
Thank you. I love thank you.